Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1970 Seattle Pilots what-if scenario. Today's matchup is between the Seattle Pilots and the Washington Senators at RFK Stadium. On the mound for the Pilots today is Dave Leonhard, who is making his Seattle Pilots debut. And pitching for the Washington Senators is Dick Bosman, who is making his season debut. Okay, so we are off to a shoddy start here. We're 0-2. Mike Marshall blew saves in both of the first two games. And I want to say that I'm okay with that because I'd like to get that out of the system early on. You know, Mike Marshall is going to be our closer unless he continues on this catastrophic pace, in which case we would probably go to Skip Lockwood. It's not like we have a ton of options in our bullpen. Skippy is definitely our best option other than Marshall. Otherwise, we probably are going to have to make a trade or just make do with Mike Marshall. We don't have a ton of money to spend, on going out and getting a high-price closer. So, I feel like we are stuck with Marshall, who was absolutely lights out last year, and maybe this is the game's way of kind of righting the wrong of him having a 165 ERA in a season in which he pitched 81 innings. So maybe once the balance is restored, however long that takes, that Mike Marshall will, end up being okay for us down the stretch. Now, when it comes to our lineup, we are struggling at the plate, as a lot of batters did in this era. So right out of the gate, I'm going to sub out four of our starters who would normally bat versus righties. So we're kind of throwing away the lefty-righty matchups, and we're going to just try to get Deron Johnson, Bill Robinson, Gary Sutherland, and Woody Woodward. Oh, in fact, Jerry McNERTNey, too. So there's going to be 5 replacements in there that would normally not get starts versus righties. It is the first series of the year, so let's get everybody a start in the lineup. And who knows, maybe we can generate some offense against a really tough pitcher in Dick Bosman. We will do a deep dive on Dave Leonhard, who is making his first start as a Seattle Pilot, so that'll be coming up here shortly. One last note is that I mentioned in the Game 2 that Joe Coleman started his career with 3 consecutive complete games at the age of 19, 18 and 19, I believe it was. And so I did do some research to find out if there was another starting pitcher, at least not in the dead ball era, that made starting 3 consecutive complete games to start his career. And I could not find anything specifically, but I did ask Chat GPT if it could come up with some answers, and it suggested Johnny Vandermeer, who of course threw back-to-back no-hitters. So I looked up Johnny Vandermeer, and he did throw 3 out of 4 of his first starts as complete games, but he did make starts out of the bullpen, not starts, but he did come into games out of the bullpen before he made his first career start. That was way back in 1937. So, in my opinion, based on what I could find, Joe Coleman is the only pitcher that I could find that had made 3 consecutive starts in which he completed all 3 games. So, if you can find out some more information, let us know in the comments. I would love to wrap that up and just find out if Joe Coleman was the actual first person to do that. Okay, we got Dave Leonhard making his first start as a Pilots pitcher. All the bullpen is healthy and ready to go. Things go sideways today for Dave Leonhard. We'll get Bruce Brubaker into the game. He's the only bullpen arm that has not been used yet. And as I mentioned before, Dick Bosman is a righty, and we have our lineup updated with some of the bench guys who have yet to make a start. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at the lineup. A different uniform combination for Sunday. Yeah, it's more yellow and dark blue. We don't have the red in there. Okay, batting leadoff. In center field is Tommie AGEE. Batting second at third base today is Rich Rollins. Batting third in left field is Lou Piniella. Batting cleanup, playing first base is Deron Johnson. Batting fifth in right field is Bill Robinson. Batting sixth at second base is Gary Sutherland. Batting seventh and catching is Jerry McNERTNEY. Batting eighth at shortstop is Woody Woodward. And batting ninth is the pitcher Dave Leonhard. Okay, Dick Bosman gets the start today for the Senators. You'll see that he made 16 starts last year, 28 appearances, was 8-5 with a 2.48 ERA. Not good enough to win the ERA title. He only pitched 141 and a third inning, striking out 68. Pretty good walk to strikeout ratio, pretty good walk per 9 ratio as well. 6 complete games. His fastball doesn't really exist. In fact, he doesn't have one in his repertoire. As 86 miles an hour is where it tops out at. So his best pitch is a sinker, rated at 83. He's got a curveball, a couple other off-speed pitches. Overall rated at 82, the 26-year-old righty is a free agent after next year. And yeah, we don't need to look at his log. You see his career numbers, 15-21 overall with a 3.38 ERA. I can tell you that this Senators team is actually formidable compared to where they were last year. Okay, take a look at the defense. It's all the same guys from the first 2 games. Left field, not so great with Frank Howard out there, rated a 67. Right field with Sam Bowens. He's in there for offense. Third base, below league average, which is Toby HARRAH. He's still in his rookie year, so that number will go up. And the second baseman is Bernie Allen, I should say, not plural. Behind the plate is the catcher, Jim French. He's got a good arm. And we are ready to get this game going with Tommie AGEE leading off versus Dick Bosman. Here we go. AGEE been our best hitter so far. 3 for 8 on the season. And a ground ball to short. Puts him out. That's 1 down. Next man up is Rich Rollins, who moved him to the number 2 spot. He has 1 of 2 team home runs and is 3 for 4 in his career versus Bosman. A hot shot to first, and Mike Epstein making the play. 2 outs. Here is sweet Lou Piniella, and a ground ball to third. And that is an easy 1, 2, 3, and 3 ground outs. We go to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at the Senators lineup, and then we'll do a deep dive on Dave Leonhard. Batting leadoff, playing third base, is Toby HARRAH. Batting second in center field is Dell Unser. Batting third, playing first base, is Mike Epstein. Batting cleanup in left field is Frank Howard. Batting fifth and catching is Jim French. Batting sixth in right field is Sam Bowens. Batting seventh at second base is Bernie Allen. Batting eighth at shortstop is Ed Brinkman. And batting ninth is the pitcher, Dick Bosman. Dave Leonhard. We acquired him in a trade on March 1st of this year for Danny Walton and Jerry May at $1. That's not true, but there was some money thrown in. It was more than $1. Dollar went a long way in 1970. So Dave Leonhard, 1963, he was signed by Baltimore as an amateur free agent from Johns Hopkins University. He's the only player in Major League Baseball history to come from Johns Hopkins University. He made his Major League debut in 1967 at the age of 26 years old. His roommate for his entire career was Jim Palmer. Jim Palmer introduced Dave Leonhard to his second wife, Doris, in 1969. Well, actually, 69 through 71, he was part of the Baltimore staff that all played in the World Series, although he did not pitch in the World Series in 69 or 71. Those are the World Series in which... No, I'm sorry. He did pitch in the World Series in 69 and 71, of which both were lost by Baltimore. He did not pitch in the World Series in 1970, which the Baltimore beat Cincinnati. In 1969, although he made, well, this was in our sim year, but in real life, he pitched with a 5 ERA. He did spend a lot of time with the National Guard that year, of course. That was right in the throes of Vietnam. In 1972, he made his last start for Baltimore. And in 1973, he was traded to the Angels, although he never pitched for them. And he bounced around in the minors with the Cubs and Montreal Expos until he retired in 1976 at the age of 35. Dave and his wife Doris own 7 greenhouses in Massachusetts. So there you go, a little background history of Dave Leonhard. As you can see, he made 17 starts last year. In our sim for the Orioles, he went 6-6 with a 3.60 ERA, 77 strikeouts and 127 and a third innings pitched. He gave up a lot of long balls, but with his low contract, I felt like trading for him at his current age would probably help us solidify our bullpen. He also doesn't have much of a fastball, tops out at 88 miles an hour. He is a ground ball pitcher, which is always good in our sim. Now his changeup's his best pitch, is rated an 86. That curveball's a 78, and the fastball's his worst pitch, which is also below league average at 72. Overall rated as 78. As I mentioned, the 29-year-old righty is arbitration eligible at the end of the year. So we'll get him for 1 year on a reasonable contract. Okay, let's take a look at our defense. Well, it's a little bit of mixed bag today as McNERTNEY's behind the plate. Don't let that number fool you, though. He was great defensively last year, and of course was a very solid hitter despite his very low ratings. First base is Deron Johnson, not a great defensive first baseman, but he's solid enough to get the everyday job last year. And then second base, Gary Sutherland, not great defensively, and that's a liability for us for sure. And in right field is Bill Robinson, just a tick below league average. Woody Woodward, the other backup getting a start today, he is great defensively, which is why he's on our roster. Okay, let's get it rolling here with Toby HARRAH leading off versus Dave Leonhard. A 1-0 count to HARRAH and a high fly ball into right field. Bill Robinson making the catch. One down for Del Unser. Unser 1 for 8 on the season, and give him a base hit as he pulls it into right field for a single. Runner on first, 1 down. Here's slugger Mike EPSTEIN. EPSTEIN with a base hit back through the box into center field. Unser will hold at second. Runner in scoring position. For Frank Howard, Howard has been quiet this series. He's 1 for 5. He had a couple walks. Here's a 1-2 count and a line drive to second. Get Unser. No, Unser gets back. I thought we could maybe double him off, get out of this jam. So Leonhard with 2 down is 1 out away from getting out of it, though. It's Jim French. French is hitless so far this season, and he's not anymore. That'll score everybody. Oh, EPSTEIN's going to hold at third. A 2-out double for Jim French, obviously his first of the season. First RBI. It's 1-0 Washington. And it doesn't get any easier. Here's Sam Bowens. 4 hits so far in the series. 1 for 7 against Leonhard in his career. And I believe that was a curveball in which he pops up for out number 3. That was a changeup. Okay, we go to the top of the second. We're down a run already. We fought from behind all series, so this is nothing new for us as Deron Johnson steps in. He's pinch hit in the first 2 games, and as he taps it back to the pitcher, he's now 1 for 3 on the season. Here's Bill Robinson. He has a pinch hit single this year. And a ground ball to first. Well, it looks like it is definitely more of the same, as we cannot get a base runner on. And Gary Sutherland pops it up. 6 in a row for Dick Bosman. Oh, he drops it. That's so dumb. That is another error for HARRAH, right? Well, it's only his first of the year. I feel like the Senators' defense has been pretty shoddy. We've got Sutherland at first, and the catcher, Jerry McNERTNEY, up. He's 0 for 1 on the year. And a ground ball to first. All right. Well, at least we got a runner on first. We go to the bottom of the second. Bernie Allen leading it off. Allen with a home run in his career versus Dave Leonhard, and another ground ball up the middle. Snagged by Sutherland. Sutherland does not have good range. And when that first single in the first inning went through, I'm like, oh man, I think we're going to have a lot of base hits up the middle. But he got to that one for out number 1. And at BRINKMAN, high fly ball to center field. 2 down. And that will bring up the pitcher, Dick Bosman. He batted 154 last year. That's solid for a pitcher. Off the end of the bat, popping it up. Little rainbow to first. Deron Johnson will make the grab. A good bounce back inning. We go to the top of the third. Woodward. First start as a Pilot, coming over from the Reds as a free agent. Ground ball to short. And one out. That's 7 in a row. Wait, I don't know my numbers. Is that 7 in a row? Well, 7 outs, right? Because we had a guy get on first. Okay. 7 outs in a row. Dave Leonhard makes contact at least. Ground ball to first. And we're back to Tommie AGEE with a full count. Oh, he gets all of it! There we go! I knew he wasn't going to get 9 in a row. AGEE with a blast, 405 feet to left field. That was an Oppo Taco, no? No. That was just pulled that one into left. Okay, we're tied at 1. That is the 3rd home run, I believe, by a Pilot's batter. Because Hegan has the other one. 2 outs. Here's Rich Rollins. Rollins has a homer. And a comebacker to Bosman. There we go. Okay, so the Pilots get on the board. We're all knotted up at 1. And Toby HARRAH will lead off. HARRAH with the ground ball to short. Play made by Woodward. Now, Dave Leonhard's endurance is below 80, right? So technically below league average. I'm thinking the game would let him go about 100 pitches before it lists him as tired. So we have to keep an eye on that. He's only thrown 30 pitches with UNSER up. UNSER flips it into left center. Pinella coming over and making the play. 2 outs and a 2-0 count to EPSTEIN, and he goes deep. There's the first home run from Mike EPSTEIN this year. Senators jump back on top, 2-1. How many did he have last year? He had 23, which was a career high, but he's only just starting to become an everyday player. 2 outs and Frankie Howard with a ground ball to second. And that'll do it. Okay, Mike EPSTEIN hits his first home run of the year. We go to the top of the 4th. 2-1. Senators. Sweet Lou's going to lead it off. And Pinella, ground ball to second. 1 out. We are just not able to generate anything versus these Boston pitchers. There's no rallies. There's no... I mean, he's not walking anybody today. We know he doesn't walk many. Tigers. You have to forgive me for saying that for a few days here. Pilots batters had 11 walks in game 1, in which we still lost in 11 innings. There's a gapper for Bill Robinson. All the way to the wall, a double for Bill. His first of the year. Hell, he didn't have one at all last year for us. 2 when he was with the Yankees. In fact, he only had 1 extra base hit. 2 for 3 on the year, though. So he's off to a good start. Runner on second. Can Gary Sutherland come through? We need a clutch hit. Tie this game up. Ground ball to second. That's not going to get it done. Strand that runner at second. Go to the bottom of the 4th. And Jim Franch will lead it off. Popping it up. Whoa. Just sort of stayed up in the sky. I was kind of concerned there for a moment, but the catch is made by McNERTNEY. There's 1 down. Here is Sam Bowens. Base hit to left. Bowens off to a great start this season. Runner on first. Well, we need that ground ball percentage to come through here as Bernie Allen stands up at the plate. I was going to make a weekend at Bernie's reference since this is a Sunday game, and he's 0 for 9, so he's dead like Bernie. Of course, he walks him. First and second, Ed Brinkman up with the pitcher spot up next. 2-1 count and a comebacker to Leonhard. And a double play to get out of the inning. So good job. We'll strand those runners and go to the top of the 5th. We've got McNERTNEY, Woodward, and the pitcher spot due up. We'll see how it goes. Jerry McNERTNEY trying to find a hole out in left center field. Carries deep enough to be caught by the center fielder, Del Unser. 1 down. Here is Woody Woodward with a ground ball to second. And I guess we will let Dave Leonhard bat. I guess it doesn't particularly matter. And a ground ball to second. Okay. Pilots only have 2 hits through 5. We go to the bottom half of the inning. And Dick Bosman will lead off. Leonhard at 56 pitches. Full count, and a ground ball to first. I'm just grateful that Leonhard did not walk the pitcher. Brabender walked 3 times on opening day, and in fact had an RBI as he walked in a run as a batter. That's just ridiculous. Like, you should never walk the pitcher. Unless it's like Greg Maddux or Mad Bum or somebody like that. Oh, good job, as Del Unser is the first strikeout victim by Leonhard today. So we go to the top of the 6th. Tommie AGEE leading it off. He went deep. Gave us our only run so far. Ground ball to second. Now, I believe Tommie AGEE did have a 3 home run game last year. Pretty sure that's true. Rollins, a looper into center. It will be caught. We've got nothing going on today. Oh, Lou Piniella with the ground ball, getting past the third baseman. Frank Howard, with his terrible rating, somehow holds Piniella to a single. Maybe we can get a big blast from Deron Johnson. Now, I don't know about Deron Johnson this year. That's why I'm platooning him. He's 31 years old. His rating is below league average. He's still got the power. He's got good gap power. He'll take a walk. So he has some value. We just need him to be clutch. Nope. All right. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's a close one. Leonhard's keeping us in the game. Here's Mike Epstein leading off. He has a home run today, and now he's got a walk. Second walk issued by Leonhard. That's something that Epstein does a lot. He will walk often. Runner on first, and the old walk-strikeout combo. There's one out. Let's get a double play with the catcher at the plate. Full count, and he strikes him out looking. Okay, Leonhard's kind of finding his groove here. 2 down. Here is Sam Bowens. 0-1 count. Infield single to third. All right. First and second, 2 down. Here is Bernie Allen. He's 0 for 9. Walked earlier. 3-1 count, and he walks again. Leonhard up to 89 pitches. Now, we let him pitch to Brinkman last time, and Brinkman doubled in a run. That was in the 3rd inning. Have we learned a lesson? Nope. The pitcher spot's up next. So no matter what happens here, we're already losing. So we want Leonhard to pitch to Brinkman, and then we'll see if they pinch hit Bosman. That might change our mind if Brinkman were to get on. So here we go. 0-1 count. And a high fly ball popped up into shallow center field. Play made by the shortstop, and that will do it. So we get out of that jam. That might be it for Leonhard. Tim Cullen is now coming in to play second base. Whoa, look at that defensive rating. First time we've seen him all year. He had some regular at-bats last year and was good. All right. Bosman at 69 pitches. Nice. And Robinson leading off. He's got a double today. Ground ball to second. All right. 1 out. Here's Gary Sutherland. Sutherland, a base hit to center field. He's 2 for 4 on the year. Okay. Hey, we're 1 blast away from taking the lead. Here's Jerry McNERTNEY. We can't hit and run with him. Ooh, you know what we'll do? We will lay down a bunt. Look, there's 1 out. We've got to play some small ball. It's the bottom of our lineup. We've got to try to get it to Leonhard's spot. And if we can, then maybe we pitch hit somebody good. All right, here we go. Jerry McNERTNEY, good bunter. Ground ball to third. Sutherland does get over. Now, will the game intentionally walk Woody Woodward to get to the pitcher with the potential of the tying run at second? Let's find out. Woody Woodward looking to become a hero. Oh, man. Fly ball to center. That'll do it. Okay, so all right, Leonhard, there's no point in taking him out because he's the first one up next inning. So unless there's a catastrophe here with this pitch to Dick Bosman. 1-2 count. Strikes him out. That's his 4th K. I think this is a reasonably good performance from Dave Leonhard, considering. He's walked 3, given up 6 hits. Here's Toby HARRAH. HARRAH with the ground ball to second. Sutherland making the play. Man, I would love it if you could get Del Unser. 101 pitches. 0-2 count to Unser. And he strikes him out. Good job. All right, well, that will definitely do it for Leonhard today. Let's see if we can get him off the hook for the loss. We're going to bring in Mike Keegan. I don't know. He walks a lot. He can find a way to get on base. You keep in mind, people watching, that we don't really have any superstars on this team. It's not like we can pull from great depths to, produce something spectacular. We've got to try to play the odds. And there we go. See? I called it with a walk. And he's got good speed, so he's not likely to get doubled up. And we've got Tommie AGEE at the plate. We're going to let AGEE swing away. We cannot hit and run with him, which is something I would typically do. We're also not going to steal with that arm of Jim French. So we're going to swing away. Full count. And a tapper back to Bosman. Hegan is out at second. Okay, now we do have to consider stealing. It's only a 68% chance. No, we will hit and run. All right, we're going to hit and run. Rollins is good at that. And a base hit into center field. AGEE going on. Oh, what? With the hit and run on, why is AGEE not on third base? That makes no sense. What's UNSER's? They didn't even give us an option. His arm is league average. Actually, he's really good in every defensive category. That's pretty good. Okay, I mean, I can... It's stupid, but I'll accept it. So first and second. One down. I like to say it's a poo-poo platter of stupidity. First and second. Now we can't hit and run because it's not first and third. Lou is due. He's only batting 167 so far this year. 2-2 count, and he strikes out. Here's Deron Johnson. 0-1 count. Yeah. Oh, an error of the second baseman. They bring in Cullen, and he boots it. Everybody's safe. Bill Robinson is going to be pinch hit for. Joey Pep coming in. Left-handed bat. Bases juiced. Dick Bosman up against the wall. 1-1 count. Pepitone pops it up. You son of a bitch. All right, let's look at our defense here. Egan will play left field. Joey Pep will play. Wait, where did Pepitone play the first games? Oh, he played first. Okay. Well, we want to keep Deron Johnson in the game, just in case it gets back around to him, which it probably will not. So Pepitone's in right, Hegan's in left. Pinniellah coming out of the game. And... we're going to bring it. Wait, has Ron Locke pitched all 3 games? Yeah, he's already pitched. I guess we have to go with Diego Segui. Oops, undo. Yeah, okay. We're going to bring in Diego Segui. This is only his second appearance. Yeah. All right. I'm trying not to use up our damn bullpens so much. So Segui into the ball game. And he's got the heart of the order. Beginning with Mike Epstein. He's already gone deep today. 2-1 count. A ground ball to third. Rollins throwing him out. 1 out. There's Frank Howard. Strikeout. Good job by Segui. 2 quick outs and Jim French is up. And French gets a base at the left field. French kisses it into left field. And Bowens hits it deep to center. 380 feet. Just a loud out. Okay, we are going to the 9th inning. Dick Bosman about to pitch a complete game. And we are on the verge of being swept in the season opening series in Washington. All right, Gary Sutherland will lead it off. We could bring in Van Kelly, but Sutherland's just as bad as anybody, so he's 2 for 4 on the year. Yeah, ground ball to second. There's 1 out. Here is McNERTNEY. 0 for 3 on the year. Popping it up. And it comes down to Woodward. Base it. So Bosman officially tired. Oh, they're going to take him out for Dennis Higgins. Getting Higgy with it here in the 9th inning. Pitched an inning against us already, striking out 2. That's a bad sign. And we got Mike Keegan up, who's a lefty. We like that. Now, is there anybody on the bench that can steal? Freddie Patek has really great speed, and he's terrible. He always gets caught. I mean, he is faster, right? And he plays the same position if he were to get in. So it would be irresponsible to at least not put him into the game. Now, the defense should be guarding the lines, but they're not. Here we go, Mike Keegan. Patek on first, 1-0 count. And a fly ball, and it didn't matter. We are done. We got swept. To start the season, Senators win 2-1 as the Pilots manage only 6 hits. Yowza. Okay, let's take a look at the standings. Well, there's the National League for you. St. Louis is 3-0. So is Atlanta and the Red Stockings. Yankees are 4-0. Oh, wow. Baltimore and, of course, Washington. Oakland is as well. And we are 0-3. We're batting 170 through the first 3 games of the year with that great ERA. Okay, take a look at headline news. The Brainiac Baseball Daily Beat. Oh, nothing. Okay. Transactions. What do we got here? Al Rabowski, the Mad Hungarian, is going to miss 5 weeks. He is a minor league pitcher anyway. He fractured his wrist. Okay, that'll do it. Let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and or subscribe to the channel. I mean, it would be easy to give player of the game to Tommie AGEE. He did hit a home run. But I think to continue our trend, I'm going to give it to Dave Leonhard, who pitched really well. He only gave up 2 runs. Like, we should have been able to produce 3 runs. But we were not able to. So Leonhard takes the loss. He's 0-1. He's the player of the game. Dick Bosman gets the win. He almost threw a complete game. Dennis Higgin comes in and gets the save, his first of the year. Mike Epstein had his first home run as well. Okay, so now we go back home for our home opener against the White Sox. We'll do that tomorrow. Until then, everyone, have a great day.